Hey, you guys, welcome to today's reading, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to try to move slowly because there's a lot that's been coming through, and I really want my readings to be an expression of truth. I want it to be a form of creativity that heals me, the creator, and you, the receiver. So archangels, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, please guide this reading. Please help me to be a clear channel for your divine love, wisdom, and guidance. So let's begin. Let's get one card. We have the Six of Wands. Yeah, and victory is depicted here in the Six of Wands. This is Jupiter, Leo and Jupiter, Jupiter and Leo. Yeah, Jupiter and Leo. This is like an overabundant energy of light. This is the feeling of victory because you choose to honor yourself. This is linked in with Teferet in the Tree of Life, which is about beauty. And it's such a beautiful thing to trust yourself, to love yourself, and to honor the ups and the downs, to honor the rocky road. I'm getting that song Rocky Road by Caleb Brown. And how does it go? It's like the father of time, mastery maker. Yeah, slowing down allows you a chance to hone your skills is what I'm receiving. And it's like the father of time, mastery maker, the Optimus Prime, the Alpha Omega, the man up above, galaxy shaker. Yeah, it's like we need to recognize where our power comes from, where our real power comes from, pointing ourselves in the direction of light. And in doing so, we recognize that we are soul in a human body. That is where our glow comes from. That is where our vibrancy, our enthusiasm, our optimism originates, is that truth, that soul remembering. And if we try to rush, if we try to force, if we try to push, we are put out of alignment with this light frequency. And so we cannot, there's not enough space to remember that we are whole and that only the present moment exists. Within the present moment exists past and future, the master of time. Or no, the father of time, mastery maker. But you make yourself the master of time when you can come into union with this awareness that you have already won, that you have all it is you need in order to succeed. We have the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, Chance in this deck. 404. And I heard the patience to begin again within every moment. And I'm getting that song, Begin Again. And I think the Purity is either the album or the artist, I'm not sure. And then also number 13, our second major arcana, Death. Scorpio and Sagittarius energy here. I've been getting a lot of that axis. And I'm sure if I was more educated, I could say something even more insightful. But these both signs for me talk about transmutation and alchemy. Taking the pain, taking the rocky road, taking the obstacles that are in front of you as a a necessary tool, a necessary experience in order to gain the strength to hold the blessings that are to come. And I love that the Six of Wands is where we start with the blessings, with the victory. And then we go deeper into the reading, and death is here. Change, the god of change, I heard, as well as chance, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm getting that revolution energy. This is wisdom that is gained through experience with Sagittarius. This is putting your philosophical ideas into practice. Yeah, Sagittarius rules over the 9th house, which is about expanding your mind. And she's got, yes, look at this. How did I miss that before? She's got darkness in one hand and light in the other. That's the union that I'm talking about, the union of extremes. Because yes, there are polarities, but they are also a means of understanding this realm, this reality, because we are in our physical bodies, we're limited. So we need the polarities in order to function. We need contrast in order to see, but in the spirit realm, in our soul aspect, in the deepest part of ourselves, when we have clear, conscious truth, we recognize this, that we are nothing and we are everything. Look at how her face is just the universe, just stars, the galaxy. And I heard the truth is hidden within. And with number 13, reducing to 4, the number of the heart chakra, the truth lives within love. And I'm seeing 161 in my mind as I say that. It begins within the heart. And I'm hearing that line again, in the heart of man. I'm seeing the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So again, more of that heart space energy, heart space expansion I'm hearing, heart space elevation, lifting you up to the realms of the divine. Oh, wow. And she's got a little like crocodile or alligator at her feet here that's almost impossible to see. And it's giving me the energy of people not recognizing what it took to get you where you are. Because this chance card, number 10, it's like, is it the end, number 10, or is it the new beginning, number 1? It's like people not recognizing what it took to get where you are. And it's reminding me too, like the energy of mercy. Severity without mercy is cruelty, and mercy without severity is weakness. And it's this people misconstruing or not fully understanding because they haven't integrated within themselves, not being able to see you for who you truly are. 808, that's your karma. To be mistaken, to be misunderstood, and to not let that hold you back. And this is the battle of light and dark, within and without. Exterior, external to you. There's something about honoring both polarities, recognizing that they are the same side of the coin. And going back to the original thought, it's like people don't recognize what it took for you to get lucky. Interesting choice of words, but with Sagittarius energy and Jupiter energy, that is good luck, that is expansion. And with it being right next to Scorpio, it's like because you went, like Pluto is the planet associated with Scorpio along with Mars, but it's like the furthest, smallest planet. And is it even a planet? Like it's not even 858. Yeah, there's change here around how you're perceiving the dark you went through, your karma. The only way to get to this Jupiter expansion is by going to the depths. The only way to access this vibrant life force, this energy of self-trust, this energy of self-illumination, is through honoring, keeping your eyes on the truth that we will all die and that we will never die. Our physical bodies we will have to part with. These are precious vessels, and it makes me want to cry because it's like, what a gift that we have been given, the ability to forget who we are, our soul truth, our divine essence, in order to remember it all over again. And with the mystic here, the Hierophant, Taurus energy, this is the other polarity to Scorpio. They are opposites. And it's that recognition, like the Taurus energy, Venus energy is our physical bodies. It is the planet. And yeah, the Two of Pentacles, we are in this juggling act of balancing, I'm gonna die, but I'm alive right now. I'm a soul, but I'm in a physical body. I can love and I can hate. And recognizing that polarities are opposite in degree, but the same in polarity. I don't think I totally expressed that appropriately, but the point is balance. And the idea of balance, especially with this Two of Pentacles here, is about receiving maximum sensory input, maximum information, maximum light, without losing your grounding. So that's going to look very different to different people and in different areas of your life. At first, we can only achieve balance when we're holding little. And then we have to grow bigger. We have to root down deeper in order to receive more. And so if there's this feeling of, well, I'm not successful yet. I haven't had victory. I don't trust myself. Maybe that's a blessing. Maybe if you were given more, you wouldn't know how to hold it. You wouldn't be able to recognize it. And so your job for now, I'm seeing the gratitude card in the frequency deck, is to expand your gratitude, to focus on what you do have, which is at the very least, you're not dead. And again, it sounds harsh. And that's what people don't recognize about you, 12-12, but they're beginning to see you differently. 12-12 is that perspective shift. It's the Hanged Man. It's seeing things outside of you differently. And I feel like you are actively shifting people's perspectives. And I'm hearing that Dave song, Environment. How does it go? The first line, it's, you see our gold chains and our flashy cars. I see a lack of self-worth and battle scars. Did I already say that? It doesn't matter. It's about seeing beyond the veil. Hokmah, the high priestess energy. It's sitting in that place of wisdom, letting the heart express up through the throat chakra. I'm getting the radical acceptance card in this deck now. Oh, and I just opened to my most hated card in this deck. And it's like, that is the gift. The anger, the charge you feel when you're triggered, that is life force energy. That is the truth streaming through you. And it's irritating because you're in your darkness, you're in your shadow. And so it's grating against you. It's like, my eyes, it burns. But it only burns your physical eyes, because yes, you need to close your eyes so that you can see through your third eye, through that illusion. This is number 33, which is why it irritates me so much, this card, because it's so childish, it's so silly. And yet number 33 is Christ consciousness, but also number 33, and in my mind, that deserves respect, that deserves to be lifted up above. But that is the illusion of superiority and inferiority. It does not exist. And that's what Jesus, Christ consciousness, showed us through his sacrifice and through his working with the lepers and going into those colonies where I'm hearing like no man doth speak or walk, like no man doth enter. It's like going into, and I'm hearing like the Badlands in Lion King. And that's, again, number 33 is Christ consciousness, but it's also 330 hertz, the root chakra, the lowest chakra, the most basic, the one that is associated with survival. And it's so simple, it's so basic, but it's everything. It's the seed of life. And there's something about balancing these two polarities And I'm seeing in the moon here, or sorry, the mystic, there's two moons, and then with the Two of Pentacles right next to it, we have those pentacles that are in, I'm hearing seismic rhythm, universal rhythm, the rhythm of the cosmos. And it's this recognition, this soul recognition that in you are never off path. You are never out of alignment. You can be out of alignment with spirit, with source, with your truth, but that is just an obstacle, a stepping stone, a lesson so that you can gain the strength to go within, to recognize that there is no external adventure that is separate or distinct from what is happening within you, that we are all divine reflections, divine mirrors for each other, for our soul expansion as a soul group, as a soul team. And there's something about opening the heart, breaking the heart open to recognize, at least I'm not dead. And it's the divine paradox. It is the divine paradox. That is where we access truth, is finding these two extremes, finding the boundaries and the borderlands I'm hearing, and then tracing them equidistant back to the center. What is the common theme? Where are we the same? Not where are we different, but where are we the same? And yeah, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. I'm gonna try to share this story without crying, but two of my beloved, look at this. Look what comes out right as this is the medicine to not crying. This is the medicine. Being triggered, I hate this card. That's the backstory. It triggers me. And I have shame about being triggered by it because I know better. And look at this. The Two of Swords is Moon in Libra, and the Six of Pentacles, Moon in Taurus. And then Moon is in Taurus today. Those are both Moon Venus energies. But can I stay on track? Yeah, the trigger is what gives you that strength, that electrical impulse, that life force to move forward towards your fulfillment. Six of Wands, your soul fulfillment. But the story that I wanted to share is I have these pigeons that are technically pests that live in the arena, in the barn where I teach riding lessons. And I love them dearly because I love all animals. And I swear they know my voice. Like, they come in when I'm teaching and they help me out with lessons, and it's a lot. But two of them died, and I watched them die. I think maybe just like from an illness or something. Hopefully not something that's related to me, but yeah. I watched in the final moments, I watched the last wing flap as the bird is lying on the ground and like accepting, you know, there's a change. Oh, it makes me so emotional. There's like a change coming over me. I recognize, and they don't fight it. They just, and don't interpret my crying as weakness. And don't project onto me that, you know, I must be wounded, or, well, I am, but like, I have a lot of anger about, you know, being pitied or something just because I can cry. It's like, you know how much, it's the same energy that I've already been channeling through. But I watched the bird submit to his fate without any perceived suffering. And I watched the final flap of the wings as if like he could tell that he was about to be free, or she, I don't even know how to tell the sex of birds. And I felt like I could see the soul being gradually liberated. So, yeah. We're all going back home. And if we can keep our eyes on that truth, that it's all going to end and it's always going to be too soon. That it could really change the choices we make and really guide us towards making choices from a place of wisdom and integration, as opposed to coming from this overly mental, disjointed mind space. And it's reminding me too of the polarities of freedom and trust, and how I don't know if those are polarities, but bear with me, that the way to experience true freedom is through trust. And trust means there's someone else there, where freedom almost feels like a liberation from everything else. It feels like a singularity. It feels like Aries energy. And really it's found through the polarity of Libra, trust, relationship with other people. I guess it is a polarity. It doesn't sound like a polarity. But it's there could be other words that are maybe even more true than that. But it's that paradox that to gain the fullest expression of liberation, the fullest expression of freedom, it's through integration, through community, through relationship, because we are in relationship with everything. And I guess maybe freedom and separation could be polarities. I don't know. I'm going to stop trying to make it fit into a square, because it is a square and a circle and a triangle and a dodecahedron and an isohedron. It's everything that I'm trying to describe. And that is why communication is so fucking hard. 2211. Because we're trying to speak from our soul essence, from the truth of who we are, and we have so little practice, which is why, again, I have to thank you for clicking on these readings, for letting me practice the vibration of truth, for experiencing freedom with you. We have number 13, dream thief, refusal of the call. And this is like the energy that the only one that can get in your way, the only person that can trip you up is yourself. And so these people that try to interfere, that believe that they can cast spells over your life, or believe that they can take anything from you, they are robbing themselves of their integrity, and they are taking themselves off the path of their highest reality. They feel impoverished, and so they continue to impoverish themselves and those around them. But ultimately, that will also wake them up, whether it be in this lifetime or the next, whether it be on this side of the veil or the next. The only way in which you can really limit yourself is by not trusting yourself, by taking the safe route only. 37, magician's sword, confidence in your magic. Exactly. We started this reading with the 6 of Wands, which is the energy of confidence. And I'm hearing that song, Confidence. I forget who it's by though. Yeah, I can't recall. But it's like all you need is your confidence. Maybe Perry is like the last name. Maybe, I'm not sure. 13, 4, and 37, 10. Again, 4 and 1. Like 1 for 1, 1 for all and all for one. And we have number 23, fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. I've been getting that channeled message a lot, that it has to happen this way. It's going to work out exactly perfectly. And there's no point in fighting, in resisting, how long something is taking, or why isn't it here yet. It's already perfectly aligned. And it's just a matter of you getting into alignment with what it is that you want. It's not about trying harder, but about letting go. 71, aplomb, and 44, receive. Yeah, perceive rather, but receive too. Like you are about to be perceived as successful, as getting everything you want. And again, it's like that misperception. You see our gold chains and our flashy cars. I see a lack of self-worth, and I see battle scars. There's just, what I want to say is make sure that, you are balancing that energy of mercy and severity, and not allowing yourself to become weak because people want to perceive you in that way. And then they interact with you with that belief. That's the only kind of dark magic that I really believe in, is people treat you how they want you to be. So I want you to be subservient to me, so I'm going to speak down to you. And then if you buy into that, if you believe it and you participate in it, then yes, okay, sure, they casted a spell on you, but the spell was their words, and you received the spell by not standing in your integrity, standing in your authenticity. It doesn't mean that you necessarily have to put verbal boundaries out all the time. In fact, I think that can often be a sign of a lack of strength, a lack of confidence. But there's a way, there needs to be an unwavering, there doesn't need to be, but in order to maintain alignment with the light, there is an unwavering acknowledgement. There is an ability to participate with life from the experience, from the vibration of curiosity, as opposed to fear. Fear is like this energy of life is happening to me, being the victim, being stuck in that, receiving that feminine energy without, and I'm hearing inescapable, and I'm getting the 8 of Swords. It's like being stuck, being entrapped, being victimized, and not having the ability to shift out of it and change and come back into the masculine polarity when needed. And this is why people might misperceive you. They feel like, oh, because you're so feminine, you're stuck there. And no, you're stuck. That's why you think I'm stuck. And of course, everyone external to us is a fractal of us. And so, yeah, sure, there's a way in which you may be stuck. We all are stuck. We're stuck in physical bodies for now. And then just realizing now that this is 8-8, and that's the energy of karma. Yeah, it's like it's like your karma in this life could be to be misperceived, to be misconstrued. And to not be swayed by it. Again, balance. That's that Libran energy. And that's the counterpart to that Aries energy. Number 27, higher purpose. That's number 9. Yeah, your higher purpose will be unlocked through the recognition of death. And number 70, alchemy. Exactly like I was saying. We also have healing, nurture, and transcendence, as well as number 2, emotional expression, which is that same energy of the Magician's Sword. There could be synchronicities for you around moons or candles or flames or mermaids or keys. Keys have been coming up a lot for me, and it's that energy of unlocking your feminine wisdom, your ability to love. And as such, sound warning, I'm just going to play this sound bowl. Yeah, there's something about, again, like the magic, which for me is like moving up towards the heavens energy, is found in descending. It's found in honoring the physical body. It's also like I've been teaching anyone that will listen about the feet. And if you can strengthen like every part of your foot to the point where you have control individually over all of your toes, it translates up into the hips, into the spine, like everything. But also, like the more mastery you can have over your body, the more mastery you have an awareness over your consciousness, over your awareness. So higher purpose, synchronicity, and alchemy. I don't think I showed you these cards yet. Is 59 another 4 or is it a 5? No, it must be a 5. Synchronicity with death. Yeah, it's like getting on the same page, getting into alignment with the energy of endings and new beginnings, especially with that 10 energy, which is the end and the beginning. The end is the beginning. It's getting in touch with these paradoxes. And we had number 13, again, that death card with child and the Knight of Swords. So there could be some communication coming in. Your inner child could be wanting to communicate to you. Your inner child might be the part of you that is the closest to that divine expression, that divine potential I'm hearing. You could benefit from a dialogue with your inner child or the children around you. There's an energy here of recognizing that we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors and to listen to those younger around you, for they know the way better, because they can see more clearly, because they have less separation between themselves and the truth. They recognize they were on the other side of the veil not that long ago. 32, 5, that will be the change that brings us to completion, to wholeness. That will take us from this disjointed reality to a holistic reality. Number 10, whole. Holistic, to remind us to remember, the remembering that we are part of a whole. And I'm seeing a pine cone in my third eye, as well as like an upward facing triangle, that allowing your passion, allowing your power, your vibrancy to elevate you. Like, and even like pulling your solar plexus space forward is pride. Rolling your shoulders back and down is vulnerable. It's exposing who you are, your heart light. 33, 22, 33 Christ consciousness and root chakra. 22, there are 22 major arcana there. And I'm hearing there's 22 major players in your life, major elements. We have number 9 here, bouquet or bouquet, in the Queen of Swords. And I heard effervescent communication flowing straight from divine source. So 2 sword energies there. Something with the mind. And I'm getting to the energy of like speaking abundance into your life by noticing it and then acknowledging it, talking about it. Choosing to focus your light, your eyes on what you want, not what you don't have. Number 12, owls, the 7 of Pentacles. And this deck has 2 number 12s, and this is the higher timeline. This is like the divine timeline. This is the energetic, like this is the equivalent, because the other card, it's birds, it's 2 birds. and it's number 12, and it's the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the energy of alchemy. Once again, this is like taking, okay, I'm going to try to break it down and slow it down a little bit so I can articulate myself a little bit more clearly and efficiently. And even that, what I just did was a demonstration of what I've just been talking about with speaking what you want into existence. By first knowing what you want and then expressing it. And so the Seven of Pentacles talks about the past. It talks about things coming to fruition. And so this is like the equivalent of, with the owls representing wisdom, the birds representing just like mental clutter, the mind. There's something about elevating yourself through alchemy, through transmutation, taking all of the energy that is given to you, whether that be, like darkness, spell casting, people speaking negatively about you. It's like taking it all. Thank you. I received that energy and I transmute it back into light. I take everything that you want to throw at me and I use it. I ingest it, I swallow it, I digest it, I break it down to its component parts, and then I use it to build myself up. And in that way, people speaking negatively about me, about you, is a gift. And it's thank you for loving me. Thank you. And that's the paradox, 3636. And that's what happens when you really go within. I hope I didn't lose you. I think I lost myself. And it was amazing. Let's get 2 more cards here and finish this off. Another number 23, and reducing to 5, we have the mice with a 7 of wands, exactly. And the fox with the 9 of wands, number 14. So 5-5 here. And 2 wand cards. And the 7 of wands does talk to me about spiritual warfare. It's like this need to defend yourself. And it's interestingly too, we have the 6 of wands now, the 7 of wands, and then the 9 of wands. It's like we're just missing the 8 of wands, which is communication. It's that impulsive Sagittarius Mercury communication. It's very fast movement. The bottom of the deck, we have the beloved 2 of swords with canoe and number 5. Once again, 555 or 50 rather. And what's interesting in this mice card is that they have extra ears on the little, like, see there, he's got 2 little ears. He's got 2 little ears there. And so I'm getting like keeping an ear out for you. It's like people like desperate for information from you. And like, these are the people that are triggered by you. These are the, like, I've been getting a lot of mice energy, which is like the energy of you walk into a room, you see something, you're like, did I just see him? Like if you have a barn or an older house, like mice are quick, but like out of the corner of your eye, right? It's like that peripheral energy. And even how like I'm doing this with my fingers, it's like darkness cannot escape the light. It just moves on the periphery of it. So it's like, yeah, I'm looking forward because I got my predator eyes. I can't see 360 like prey can, which I think is interesting. Getting in touch with your fear, giving you more awareness, Christ consciousness, root chakra. I hope I'm not losing you. Maybe it's better if I do though. But yeah, that mice energy, and it's like that rat energy, like sniffing out a rat. It's discernment. It's knowing false friends, fair weather friends, being able to recognize the real from the fake. And in a way, we are all real, right? But if we're not aware of that, then we are not that. And also, interestingly, in the fox has 2 tails. But I love this deck how, if you just look at it quickly, you don't see that. You have to pour into the deck, really study it, give your light to it. You have to imbue the inanimate objects with your anima, or animus rather, your masculine life force energy, in order to receive from it. And that's how you access your higher purpose, is by giving of yourself. And that's when you begin to experience synchronicity, because then you are in sync with everything around you, because you are giving yourself. You're giving freely of yourself, because darkness seeks only to receive or to take, where light is the path of learning. My hands are so cold because it's, well, I hope you can see, yeah, you can see the storm coming in. And I'm in a windowed room with just one little heater. And my poor dogs, why do you do this to yourselves? Stay covered up. Yeah, I'm trying to like digest everything I've said. I wish I could tie everything up neatly and give it in like bite-sized, easy to digest, but I don't think it would be magic that way, and I don't think it would even work. I don't think it's possible. I think that's the way of the mind. And we have so much of that energy in our world already. Just seeing we have 13, 13, 13 with the dream thief, the child, and the death card. Yeah, and it's like you are the dream thief to your inner child when you don't teach your inner child that it will die, which is so dark, right? It's like, that sounds very jarring. But I have Scorpio in my first house. And I have Pluto in Scorpio. So to me, like that is what aligns me, is that kind of like I'm getting the energy of like whiplash, like slamming on the brakes. It's like, that's what, like, whoa, like now I'm awake. And I think that's humanity. I think that is how these 3D dense vessels learn, is because there is this belief that we are real, that we are tangible. And in this reality, because of our low vibration, we are, right? But there's a way in which the air around us is more real, more fully expressed than we are. Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, balance your polarities. I have a real inclination towards exploring extremes. And so, yeah, number 30, Horseman, Herald of Change. So maybe I am the herald of change in your life, or maybe this is how you act for others. And there's something about your feminine energy, like being brave enough to show up. And yes, this is perfect. Number 56, 11, which is union energy, but it's the wall and obstacles. But what is within the wall? The triangle that I was seeing with the keyhole. That uncomfortable energy that comes up within us is the way forward. It's not to be made wrong. It's not to be resisted. I mean, you can resist and you can make it wrong all you want. That's totally fine, totally acceptable, no judgment. But like, if you're looking for efficiency, if you're trying to access and harness your magic, if you are disgruntled because of the perceived lack, it's like, the lack is your gift. Thank you that I don't have enough. Thank you. And look at that, number 18, eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Again, number 18 is the moon. It's like our fears, it's the hidden illusions, 44:22. 8:4, which again is 12, which is the hanged man, seeing things from a different perspective, either by hanging yourself upside down or being the eagle, rising above the fray, looking down and getting perspective, putting space, putting air between you and what it is that you're experiencing, and noticing the patterns, because that's all it is. It's just a pattern, it's a cycle. And yes, number 32, jeweled web, connectivity. We are all connected, We change together, we elevate together, we descend together. It might not be from the perspective of our limited human eyeballs at the same time, in the same moment, but again, number 63, winter's dream, gestation period. If you are feeling low, it's simply because your dreams are manifesting. There's no way out of your freedom. You are free, whether you choose to recognize it or not. It will always be here for you. And somehow that is more daunting to receive than to believe that life ends when we die, that we are just physical bodies. It is more daunting to receive that we are power and our truth, and to put ourselves in the driver's seat, to take accountability for the choices we have made and will make. That can be scarier. Yes, there's the number 12 card with birds. And there's something about the 2 becoming the 3 where these are just 2 birds that are in relationship to each other, maybe only for a brief moment, but that in the other one with the owls, that 3rd owl is that representation of love. How in a relationship there's one person, there's another person, but they create a 3rd entity through their union, 4 of Wands, which is love. And that the relationship is the 3rd entity. It becomes animate, it becomes real through the love that is poured in from the 2 individuals, meeting again in the center. Remember the 2 polarities coming back home, coming to center, 47, which is 11 on the clock. And once again, too, like we're talking about union, we're talking about number 11, the 1111 card, the 4 of Wands is Venus, the planet of love, feminine energy, in Aries, the planet of the sign of masculine energy, the first sign, the most primitive, the one that is focused on the self. The mantra is I am. So the singularity coming into union with Venus, love, which is associated with Libra and Taurus, these feminine archetypes, the polarity of Aries. By finding union between the extremes, not polarizing yourself to one polarity and saying, looking over the fence like, oh my God, it's so bad and wrong and gross over there. Like, how could you? And of course, we all do this, myself included, all the time. Whatever we judge and separate and disown. But instead of that, which is fear, we can choose to, through alchemy, through changing our perception, through accepting our higher purpose, through having the eyes to see the synchronicity and accepting the gifts that our karma, our karmics, give to us through their deceit, betrayals, our poor treatment, our perceived poor treatment. They give us the gifts of triggering our divine energy. I lost the train of thought there. It was such a long sentence. Where am I going with it? But it's, through those extremes, through those polarities that we find home. And that's where we can transmute, with alchemy, with synchronicity, transmute fear into curiosity. Where we come from the energy of like, it's happening to us, I'm a victim, I'm lost in this inundation of energy, of material. That's the 8 of Wands energy too, interestingly. To I'm safe here, and since I'm so safe, I'm actually kind of curious, like, what are you doing over there? And asking questions instead of making judgments. Getting closer to the pain, as opposed to denying it or masking it or spiritual guide 57. 56, speak from the heart. I want to show you guys that one because these are frequency cards, so they can, images, so they can shift your vibration by looking at them. Look at that. Number 3, the Empress. That Taurus, Venus energy, Libra energy. And that's the abundance. That's where abundance lives. And that's where we create from. That's where the resources are endless. And so people see you in that Empress energy and they just want to take, or they want to make you less than because you don't follow the old regime of, yeah. Number 7, the Chariot, freedom. People don't understand freedom unless they've felt it within. So if people won't understand you if they have not, if they're not like you. And honestly, I'm getting the sense too that there could be this, like the law of attraction, we attract what we are. And also the extreme polarity, it's like if you're super polarized into your femininity, you will attract someone that's super polarized into their masculinity. And so it's like, oh my God, you're so different. But no, you're the same because you are polarized. You have pulled from the center to an extreme. And now in order to balance you, you have required the universe to manifest someone that is a counterweight. And so to resist them is to keep them in your orbit. Whereas if you start to come towards them, either they have to leave or they come with you. That you come together and then you can create that third entity, which is love. I'm also seeing the Vesica Pisces. Spirit of Wands, King of Wands energy. Did this already come out? I've done so many readings today before finally spitting this one out, so I'm not sure. And then we have freedom with the Chariot. This feels like a fire sign that could be wanting to travel towards you. We have the 9 of Wands, which is Sagittarius moon, more fire energy. As well, Sagittarius is the planet or the sign associated with long distance travel. And then we have the polarity, the Wayfarer, which is Gemini energy, twice with the Lovers or the Wayfarer and the 10 of Swords, both Gemini sun, and then the Strength at the bottom. Yeah, it's like someone is withholding communication, but there is a desperate longing towards communication, towards expression, towards forward movement, towards victory. And it's not only like an internal desire, but it's like the universe pressing us all forward. And I'm hearing like to the precipice, so that we have to take that leap of faith, that jump. And we have 9 and 10 energy here. It's like, exactly, that's like that pushing to the end, that you can only go so far before it's time to go, you know? And again, in reference to like literally dying, but also like that energy of transformation, getting to the next level. And the 4 of Cups coming out here, someone that you could have rejected with them. This is also the energy of Cancer moon, so lots of Cancer energy as well. And now the Fool, number 0, potential, exactly, that's that leap of faith that we're being pushed towards. And then more Aries energy. Did I say Leo? It's Aries energy. As well as the 2 of Wands, that's Aries Mars. That's really powerful forward movements. There could be a Gemini here that is wanting to take action as well. And then we have 2-2 with the High Priestess. This is hidden there, some sort of hidden ending with the 7 of Swords here as well, which is the energy of like obfuscating, of hiding, of abandoning, of avoiding. And yeah, someone could want to avoid an ending or avoid you knowing about an ending. I'm also getting this energy of people wanting to like look into your life to see if an ending has come about. Yeah, there's the Queen of Wands, the final card, the counterpart to the King of Wands. So there's some sort of like fire polarity that is being balanced out. And with freedom, we do have, and the High Priestess, we have Cancer and Pisces energy, and the Four of Cups. So there is this water fire balance, which is the energy of Temperance, Sagittarius energy, 55:22 on the clock, which is 10:4, which is like what they say on the walkie systems, right? When you 55:33, when you've understood something. 10:4 is like what my bus driver used to say after like receiving a message, right? It's like, I got it. Message understood, message received. And the Hanged Man meditation at the bottom of the deck. So there could have been some sort of ending with this Queen of Wands, and this could be, the Queen of Wands could be a representation of like the karmic feminine energy that has been interfering and instigating. I'm hearing instigating melodramas and fear mongering. And I heard like downloading fear paradigms into the divine masculine, into the heart of man. It's like someone is recognizing with the High Priestess and the Queen of Wands how there were hidden parts of this person. There's a need to make a choice here with the Wayfarer, which is the Lovers, and the High Priestess. It's like making the choice about fair weather friends, knowing something about the path being made more clear. The choice of expansion, Jupiter energy, or erosion and abandonment. With the Wayfarer here, there's two very clear paths. And we got Jupiter overhead. We've got a snake, which represents alchemy and shedding the skin. It's also a very earth-bound energy. The divine masculine within us all, recognizing there's a need to elevate those energies. There's a need to, again, that death energy, transform, transmute. And freedom and potential, like, wow, what powerful energy. 0 and number 7 relating to spirituality, the crown chakra, as well as Netzach on the tree of life. That's such powerful forward movement. 2 cardinal energies, Cancer and Aquarius, paving the way. And that protection with the Aries card being protected by the feminine anima, that feline energy. And this Cancer is just surrounded, look at me, surrounded with all my animals. The pigeon princess, as I've dubbed myself. Oh gosh, I love it. Look at all those animals. And meanwhile, this Spirit of Wands energy, this King of Wands energy, feeling rejected, feeling dejected, but meanwhile literally holding an Ace of Cups in their hands. But because they're looking this way, there's, it's like, do you not realize the power you hold? We've got Moon in Cancer with the 4 of Cups. We've got Moon in Sagittarius with the 9 of Wands. And I'm hearing like different value systems. The 2 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. That's a lot of wands. Along with the Queen and the Spirit of Wands. It's like literally combustion, like busting out of your skin. Again, sorry for the graphic visuals, but it's like literally being caught on fire. And that could be anger, that could be rage, but it's also like the purification, and it's also that witch wound energy. Okay, you're right. I'll be done in a second. I know. You're ready to move. Ready to express that energy. I know. This place is charged. We are vibrating with it. It's so exciting. It's so exciting. Okay. I'm going to follow the wisdom of the animals and embody my freedom self here. So yeah, without further ado, I will let you go. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, for enjoying this storm that is coming in, and I will see you soon, guys. Bye.